Hello, my name is Katie, and I am interviewing founders and creatives and entrepreneurs to really draw out what their superpowers are and what makes them irreplaceable by AI. And so I'm super excited to introduce Gurvinder here, who is working with AI and doing some really interesting things about supporting his neurotype with the way that he works with AI. So why don't you just give a little introduction about that and kind of the practical skills that you're using in this project?
Thank you. Katie, thank you for having me. Great to be here and excited to work with this community and in general, being able to tell my story and others around me. So I work in cybersecurity for my day job, and I also uh, have two teenager boy and girl who keep us busy in general. And I also do work on side projects in consulting as coach and mentoring. But in general, I have ADHD and my son has ADHD. And what I've found is all the systems are designed, all technology in general is designed, not just AI, is designed for people assuming that they are ready to work, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
true.
designed for ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
It and I I hate feeling stupid when using technology in general,
Sure.
and it set me on a path to restore our dignity when using technology. And that's what hacking AI means, hacking my brain to make it work for me and to be able to provide tools to others to be seen
Yeah.
as human beings and to restore their dignity.
Yeah. Without having to be excluded from the technology that's coming anyway. It's happening. That's
And
amazing.
it doesn't matter whether you use a browser or an app, it's all designed to rob us of our choices.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm trying to do, is restore the balance in my own way to make it work for us.
That's cool. So then some of those just like practical hard skills were more like research, maybe coding more. Do you have like a technology background?
Yeah. So it all of the above,
Hmm.
right? Like I have not been I used to do software development, but then I used to work on managing systems and then, everything. And then technology helps me now, after a year and a half of struggling, trying to figure out what works. I'm able to come into a repeatable pattern where I can make it work for us, whether it is for deep research, like all the ways ADHD trips us up. I call it, I'm coming up and learning new terms all the time, like ADHD tax. I was like, did I come up with that? How? So it's all the ways we trip up, but we never had words to describe them.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right? And that's what technology is doing for me. And I'm taking the same lens back at making it visible to everyone and saying it can work for you. You don't have to be a PhD in AI. You don't need that.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, is democratizing it so that everybody has access, not just the elite,
Yeah.
and making
Yeah,
it work.
that's beautiful. It sounds like then we'll talk about kind of your like superpowers and soft skills that you're bringing to these projects. And I'm hearing synthesis is just something that you are naturally really good at. And then systems building too seems to like draw a lot of your curiosity. What other kind of like superpowers or other skills have you been bringing into it?
So through a concept of NVC, it's called nonviolent communication, but basically seeing the unseen needs. So when somebody complains about something, it's rarely about what's in front of you,
Hmm.
right? And there's a couple of Netflix series that I picked up, which I really got into in the last week. There was one about doctors, and there was one about lawyers, and these are all Japanese because of my love for Japanese, and my wife was born in Japan, right? And we've been meaning to go to Japan, but it's about restoring human dignity. So, for example, when doctor goes and says, "Oh, you got to go to a specialist," go to a specialist. Like, you're not just a chart;
Hmm.
you're a human being. Same
Hmm.
thing with a lawyer. He comes in and says, "Tell me your story." And I don't see that in systems which are designed to rob us in more ways than one. And to be able to see what is possible, and keep coming back to that, but it's restoring the faith in system and being able to make it and to unlock possibilities that we never were able to do in terms of superpowers, helping me with photography.
Oh, cool.
So thinking about ideas about how would I be able to show something and not have AI build it end to end, but being able to develop ideas almost like a rough draft, right? Like a thinking partner and saying, okay, give me three ways I can think about this,
Mhm.
right? And being able to use AI for doing that work that we never had bandwidth or didn't even think was possible.
Yeah, yeah, that's another superpower, it sounds like, is seeing possibility, which really not everybody can do that. Like seeing something that either hasn't been done or is rare to be done, and not only seeing that it's possible, but holding on to the possibility. I had a coach once that said possibility has a very short shelf life because for a lot of us, like we'll see something's possible, but then regular life will kind of ping back, but that's not how things work. And it sounds like you're able to see it and then kind of continue to keep it alive, even when the existing systems are seem like it shouldn't be possible. You can kind of hold on to it. It's amazing.
And being able to do learning, like, I mean, I'm passionate about learning like anything, right? And I will take books. I almost think of like AI whisperer. Like, I will chat with YouTube videos. I'll chat with books. I will chat with my chats, like my 7 hour chat. I'll feed it to another chat and say, "What insights have you gathered through my work today?" And being able to take that, right? And how can I apply it to three other ideas here to be able to stretch my thinking, but
Yeah.
not delegate my thinking to it,
Mhm.
and being able to think about ideas myself and being able to have AI or technology being able to assist me with that.
Yeah, that's really powerful. We were talking about um, kind of all of these statistics about what happens to the brain when you outsource your thinking to AI, and that's kind of been a default way that a lot of people have used it. But instead, that it's possible to expand your kind of computational ability and synthesis ability and critical thinking and executive function. Like you can use AI to help you learn more things in a way that works for your brain. But you have to know how to do it. And it sounds like the platform you're building and the projects that you're doing help people kind of easily learn how to manipulate these tools for building their gray matter instead of like getting rid of it.
Yeah, and you can see flashes of what is possible, right? But the moment you try to use something like ChatGPT or others, you see the stumbles everybody has. Like even me trying to use it consistently, right? I see it tripping up all the time, like kind of like my ADHD brain. And I was like, huh, so where is this tripping up? Where am I tripping up? And being able to map that and be able to work around that and say, give me structure, give me like those guardrails in a bowling lane
Mhm.
and help me stay on track.
That's cool. Yeah, and it sounds like so for the third category is your beliefs, the driving belief that has you work on these projects, and you've said it over and over again. You believe in giving people the just personal dignity while they're using technology to empower themselves instead of kind of feeling like they're being left behind or um, like they're just a number and they need to just be more productive, which I totally, totally resonate with. But yeah, how else would you describe like the beliefs that drive these projects?
So the belief, and so I mean, I come from a Sikh faith, and it's basically about selfless service,
Mm.
and that is how I've designed my um, product, the decision barista, for example. So I will say, most people will say, okay, yeah, sign up here. We'll take your money before you're able to do anything. So that selfless service And I've hated that, right? Subscription model where you pay something and then you end up forgetting that you've paid for something and they won't even let you sign up. Like I just canceled something 8 months ago and it's still billing me, right?
Yeah.
Those kind of things. So I hated those. So I was like, so how do I turn it back? So what I said did is I call it an honor bar. I'll give it to you. If it works for you, if it saves you money, here's a tip jar, then you pay me.
Hmm.
But if it doesn't, then you don't have to feel guilty about it and don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, it's really turning, this side of technology that's like all this pressure to just produce more and extract more and make yourself more of a commodity and kind of turning it on its head and saying, like, no, what if it could amplify our humanity and our creative thinking in a way that's supportive to a community, kind of by making it just more accessible. You mentioned accessibility. And so I find that really encouraging because the trend is just like more production, more commodification, more extraction. Even though most of us, a lot of people, it's just a vague sense that that doesn't feel good. It's not very many of us that are kind of like, no, we need to like purposefully make new ways of doing these things. Like the time is now. That's exciting.
And so I have so many insights that it helps me generate, in a given week. And just based on the feedback from the community, I was like, huh. So I didn't even think about that, right? The words that people use to describe something and being able to take that and connect them almost like Legos and say what connects to what.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's
And
the synthesis that you're good at.
And so to me, the world has opened up. It's a world of Legos now. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
the system that I use with. I just connect it and say, what can go talk to what, but being able to eventually make it work for us.
Yeah. Yeah. And the platform is called Decision Barista. Is that kind of like what it's going to be called generally?
Yeah, so that's just one of it.
That's
That's
one of them.
just one of them. So, for example, Uh, so I started out with that, right? Because I was trying out different names, but it helps me make better decisions.
Okay. Hmm.
That's how Decision Barista started. But then when I started looking at the community and where everybody is and what they need, all these other possibilities opened up is why not a welcome barista? Like the welcoming experience of something, the onboarding, as you want to call it, right? It's just horrible. You saw the FAQ on the Ogawa coffee site, right? It's such a welcoming experience. Have you ever experienced that with any site made in the West?
It takes something. Usually it's just information instead of like guiding you on a journey.
And it's like showing up to to a doctor's appointment. Here, fill out this form, give me a username, password, and then we'll talk to you, right?
Yeah.
Rather than, hey, come down, put on your heavy bags, sit down here, and then we'll take care of you. Right?
Hmm.
That's the kind of hospitality that I'm going towards. But there's all kind of possibilities that will open up, based on the community feedback of what people need. It's not just the tool that I'm making for myself, but with dignity, it's what tools actually people need.
Hmm.
What helps them become better human beings or the best version of themselves.
Yeah, beautiful. So then if I were to summarize, um, you are I really like AI whisperer, AI hacker, AI whisperer, who's really great at building systems to use technology in a way that's supportive to your neurotype and the way that your brain works, because you believe that everyone should have the dignity of leveraging all these amazing tools to make new things possible that weren't even possible before. And it should be accessible to everyone.
Oh
Um,
my God, Katie. Go ahead. Are you to tell my story? You're so good at it.
that's my superpower. That's my favorite thing to do. That's why I'm like doing these interviews. It's so fun for me. The last thing I wanted to ask you is if you had kind of a like no gatekeeping, and you're this way already, the way that you talked about service, your like tip or advice or encouragement that you would give to people, what would kind of one of those big ones be?
So I would say believe in yourself. Don't get told that you can't do this. Don't feel that you can't do something. You have the potential. AI has the potential, even with its ADHD brain,
Yeah.
to be able to make it work, right? And stay at it. Just ask open questions. If you're using AI, for example, just ask open questions rather than very specific questions and say, here's my goal. How do I make it work? Rather than tell me the steps I need to get there,
Hmm.
right? And have it actually work for you. Give it the destination and say, where am I tripping up? This is what I do with my day-to-day stuff. Where I'm falling, where it's falling, I'll ask it. So why haven't you learned already?
Hmm.
Why haven't you done? That's my tip is keep at it. And if you need help, just reach out.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And then there's something in there that I hear also that's like giving yourself permission to use technology in a way that actually makes you feel good instead of using in a way that give makes you have an outcome that somebody else seems to be expecting or that you think you're supposed to have. Like it can feel good instead. Yeah. Cool. So I think that's good for our chat and our interview. Thank you so much for sharing and just bringing your like excitement and enthusiasm and your empathy to the conversation. Um, yeah, and I will see everyone in the next interview. Is there anything else that you want to say, Gurvinder?
No, just keep believing yourself and, keep believing in the human spirit.
Yes, and the human spirit. I love that. Okay, perfect. Thanks,
Thank you
everybody.
so much.